You're listening to Scringus Cast, live coverage of competitive Team Fortress 2.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Scringus Cast. I'm Uncanny, and I'm joined today by Potato Pat.
Hello, hello.
It's the second round of playoffs, and today's match has ChickenTech going up against Cripz. Both placed in the middle of the playoff standings at 4th and 5th, with them only taking 2 losses each in the regular season. This is the first time these teams are facing each other in a match, but it should be a close one. The maps today are Bagel, followed by Gully and Sunshine. Take it away, Pat.
All right. Well, last week, ChickenTech did take a win against Global Esports, knocking them out of playoffs. ChickenTech has had a strong season so far, and they've been crowned the most handsome team by our producer, Robot. Shout out to Robot over there. Well, Cripz won against Zero College Degrees last week, too, and cleared their way to the second round of playoffs. We just had our in-house analyst, Josh32, run the numbers on these teams to get their derp percentage. For those who missed our power ranking stream, first of all, how dare you? Derp percentage is our state-of-the-art calculation here at Scringus Cast, where we calculate how much of a team's name contains letters from Derpman 107. Cripz clocks in at a disappointing 33%, and ChickenTech at an even more disappointing 27%. I'm honestly surprised these teams have made it this far with such low derp percentages.
That is incredibly low to make it into playoffs. There's teams with much higher, but
well,
maybe they'll. We're not at finals yet. Maybe it'll come out then, or both these teams could lose with that low of a percentage. Anyways, today's cast is sponsored by World of Warships. Embark on an epic adventure across the high seas in World of Warships, a tactical MMO that brings the thrill of realistic naval combat right to your fingertips. Pat, how soft are the walls in your basement? Forget I asked. In World of Warships, you'll have access to over 500 historical ships from 11 different nations, showcasing the power and might of naval forces from the first half of the 20th century. Customize your ships to suit your preferences or optimize their performance from appearance to weaponry. You can test your skills against opponents from around the globe or team up with your friends for an action-packed co-op experience. Have you ever been locked in a basement, Pat?
Can't say I have. How about you?
It's possible. It might have happened before.
Theoretically.
Let me just finish this read. Hang on. The best part, World of Warships is free to play. You can dive into this immersive world without spending a dime. Just type !WOWS, W-O-W-S, into the chat and use our link to get exclusive in-game benefits. See you on the high seas and happy sailing. So go check out World of Warships and maybe look into that basement thing.
Heard some dripping in the background.
Yeah. Sorry, it must be issues with the mic.
Maybe watch how you're breathing into it.
Or maybe our producer just left the bathtub running. Not implying anything there, but why don't we take a look at the rosters for these two teams really quick, because we're going to be starting very soon.
All right.
Can you give us the ChickenTech roster, Pat?
Oh, sure thing. We have Cribby on the Pocket Scout, who was on ChickenTech, I believe. And there's Dehydrated on Flank Scout. And they're actually the latest addition to the roster. So who knows what was going on previously with the Flank prior to the season. We also have Qubit on Pocket Soldier and Dragon Man on Roamer, who may very well be nuking today. We'll see. I believe their namesake is Little Boy, parentheses the nuke. We will see if they're nuking a lot. Unfortunately, Bagel was not the most premium map for nuking, but sometimes there are some opportunities that may come around. There's also Tenon on Demo and Smock on Medic. And I believe they're named, aptly so, in the actual STV. So congratulations on maintaining your aliases for the match.
Right.
How about the people over on the Cripz roster?
Yep. For Cripz, we have Fish, Fish on Pocket Scout, Greco on Flank Scout, Axel Pars on Pocket Soldier, Esog on Roamer Soldier, Crimson Star on Demo Man, and Raccoon on Medic. I believe we've casted for Cripz before, maybe. Maybe that was back in TF2 CC. But yeah. Like, so you've never been like trapped in a basement before ever? You don't like have any tips like about how to like maybe get out of a basement?
Well, sorry. I think all of the literature that I've read on this topic have just been telling me to not get trapped in a basement in the first place. You know,
okay.
there's a concerning amount of radon poisoning that happens with people trapped in basements. So I heard. Also, you know, if you live in a basement from before the, 20th century, you may encounter a lot of illegal substances building up from the insulation and what have you.
Yeah, there's illegal substances down here. I mean, that's what, I mean, just like you said, it's very possible that there's illegal substances in the basement.
Mm-hmm. Are you, so you're talking about the basement. What is this the basement that you're referring to?
No, I'm just talking about basements in general. Yeah.
All right.
It's just like a funny joke.
Yeah, I think being trapped in a basement is pretty funny until your food supply runs out.
Oh, food. I miss food. Anyways, our first map is Bagel today. So have you? You've played on Bagel a couple of times, Pat. Well, what do you think about this map?
I think this map is our worst map, at least as far as my team goes. So, as far as a team play goes, it's probably not my favorite map, but I do really enjoy this map when playing on Demo Man because I get to sink stickies onto the enemy scouts and they die and then they rage at the screen wondering what happened to them.
Yeah. It actually just occurred to me that we haven't talked about you, Potato Pat.
Oh yeah, well, I am a potato.
Yeah. Oh, you're a potato.
Mm-hmm. Did you need an introduction?
Oh, well, just tell us a little bit about yourself. Our loyal viewers have not heard from you before on this cast.
Oh, snap. Well, greetings, viewers. I am Potato Pat. On the serious note, I've played this game for longer than I'd want to admit. I have, as of this season, have played the Roamer class and the Scout class on combo and flank roles in main. So I like to think I know 1% of what I'm talking about, but the other 99 is probably all for entertainment.
Well, it looks like we're starting off here. So, Pat, why don't you run us through this first mid here and check things out? I'm gonna be, in fact, I'll be right back. Just cover the mid.
Okay. Well, hopefully we can get that taken care of.
Come on.
I'm going to be on the Tenon cam for this first mid. See a pretty fast rollout coming out. As a matter of fact, both sides. Oh, and blue's already across the point. They don't want red to have any business on this point, even before the point gets enabled. No, little boy is already so hurt right now. He's the one getting nuked. And already we see blue just taking over the entirety of the map before the cap point even gets started. And that looks like a forward hold to me. But
Picks
Cripz
on
finds soldier
Axel
pick.
Cripz is still running around here.
Cripz just wreaking havoc, and now their forward holding chances are over. Hopefully blue takes advantage of this and just takes height and just plays their advantage until red hopefully works some sack to come in here. They're coming through this left side, trying to overtake this left house. Gecko getting really hurt, and the scout building on the point in the danger zone. It's a bit of a standstill.
Looks like ChickenTech is going to work their way into their lefty here. The soldier's going to jump in and try to find picks. Doesn't really get anything. But this is Cripz in a pretty ChickenTech, in a pretty bad spot right now. Very low health. They're going to get forced out of concrete or the platform here.
Both scouts
they do find the demo.
Destroyed. ChickenTech's medic is left out to dry, and the soldier. Oh, what can
Raccoon finishing off the med there? You're gonna give him full ad for this next part. Little boy getting cleaned up.
Tenon is versus the world right now. Is Tenon the GOAT that we long deserved?
Get back in there, Tenon. Get back in there. No, don't run away. Okay.
This is not Brave Gaming. I don't know.
Yeah,
I came onto this cast. I was told that there would be Brave Gaming, but I think I'm being oversold on that a bit.
Yeah.
Cribby just posting the connect info in chat. That is very interesting.
The connect info has in fact been leaked. Actually, no, that's the STV. We should be okay, I think.
Okay. Shout
Please.
out to Cribby. No, I
That's-
believe that's the actual server. 27015 is the server. Is the actual port of TF2, right? I thought
Okay,
STV
look.
is 2020.
Whatever.
Well, we'll see
Anyways,
about
it looks
that.
like ChickenTech is going to try and push out of their spawn here, just like I'm trying to push out of a basement. I mean, no,
That's really
that's
funny,
not
dude. I wonder.
Yeah.
So, what do you feel about basements?
I think they're terrible, and no one should be forced to stay in them for extended periods of time.
Speaking of forcing and staying for an extended period of time, it looks like that's going to be happening to the poor chicken fellows as they're forced to leave now. But
Looks like they got Ubers out of the way there, so like mostly even right now.
Yes, but they need to get healed up before they can actually take advantage of their number advantage.
Cribby going in alone, trying to find something here, but he's going to run into a lot of players and going to be forced to back off. But ChickenTech needs to get some cap time here out of the way because they're down almost the entire clock.
This is very uncomfortable for ChickenTech right now. If they don't get the scout pick, that's so much time stalled for Blue to just retake this and make retaking even harder.
But it looks like Cripz gets the point back, and it's 15 seconds and counting. Cribby is going to try and edge the point a little bit with Seth June.
Well, this might be possible with how Crimson Star absolutely fed for a hero moment frag video. Honestly, I would do the same. I see 3 people bunched up. I want to, do what they do in those frag movies, bomb in like a Khabib and turn into Super Saiyan.
Yeah, of course. Now, I don't think
Drawn.
ChickenTech realizes it, but they've got about 40 ad here, 30, excuse me. So they might be able to do something with this. Oh, and he drops!
Yes, unfortunate for ChickenTech here. Cripz just absolutely coordinating that pinch and getting rid of Smock.
I think
Raccoon goes down as well.
Raccoon also go drops.
Oh, now this is Brave Gaming.
Well, yeah, we medics unbind our right clicks here at Brave Gaming.
Yes.
Okay, looks like Cripz is gonna have tons of time here to sort this out. They've got 2 minutes above them. They could honestly send in a 4-man right now, and it wouldn't cost them a thing. But it looks like they're just gonna push in entirely.
It looks like Raccoon's baiting a little bit, but if they get these 2 picks over in the flank, they may not even need to 4-man. Oh, look at all the space that Chicken's
I would still be 4-manning right now. This would be a very good time. You have all that time on the clock. Axelpar's fighting Seth June. No, neither of them going down.
Jump though. They might just fight this dry. They have both people in on the right side. Oh, but Esau gets a huge bomb on their demo.
No, we have a soldier. Yeah.
This pinch is coming in, and Chicken doesn't know what to do.
Cripz walks, gets the cap, and that's time. Wow, excellent bomb there.
That is really good
for a nice
pinching
retake.
by Cripz. That's just that's just the power of gang association.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. What? Anyway, basements.
Yeah, actually, can we not talk about the basement
I'm sorry.
the thing anymore? Like, I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me.
Well, I hope you're doing okay. The one and only girl boss starting to get shut out. This med runs over 2 stickies like an absolute Chad. I'm sorry, those are map textures, not stickies. That's okay. Anyway, little boy, the nuke blows up and gets nothing. That's kind of the least lethal nuke that's ever been dropped in the history of a map.
Looks like we're gonna have a big sink there onto the stairs.
Just goes in, walks into 4 players, gets their medic, and walks back out. Not even a word.
This is Brave Gaming right here.
Refuses to elaborate. And what's Crimson Star going to do now? The one and early girl boss.
Oh, Cribby gets the force on Raccoon.
That was huge on Cribby, but it's not going to be much because Smock has not been building.
Yeah, Smock is still just in spawn alone, just like in a basement, like alone and cold and hungry. And like, if anyone's listening to this, I am trapped in a basement and my address is.
Well, did anyone say anything there? I'm not sure. Oh well. I mean, looks like Greco is going to, destroy their own crit heals. So.
These all be good.
Are you okay? Okay. We're all good. Looks like they're all flooding the right side.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I was talking to my mom.
Hey, hi, Mom.
Yeah, hey, Mom. Potato Fat says hi.
Hope she's having a wonderful day.
Yeah.
Business as usual.
Oh, nuke coming in and nearly gets a nuke. Raccoon living with 16 HP.
That's the first time I saw a little boy dropped on top of a person and they still survived.
It looks like we have a update here from Iron_UF_us. Insider info is that Esog and I men kiss after every round win. That's excellent info. Thank you for sharing it with us.
It's not TF2 without kissing the homies goodnight is what I like to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just the least gay TF2 player right there.
Actually, though,
speaking of least gay, I Love Men just go running in there and picking off Seth June.
Yes.
It's gonna be 2 picks.
Esog and I Love Men looks like
I Love Men is just going on a rampage in the back line.
I think there's just that chemistry that just happens when you kiss each other every night.
Yeah.
All right, I want to see I Love Men and Esog go for another pinch play that have been. It's always been successful. Like every time they just get their medic. This even Uber situation, like on this forward hold, it's just crippling Chicken so hard right now. Like they're not even sending any kind of pressure.
This is a very good forward hold from Cripz actually. It's very, very well done.
But they leave right open for a second. And Axopar.
No, I think it's a trap, and it springs, and now Cripz has a way better Uber if they can just end this properly and not drop anyone else. This will be very good. And here comes the collapse onto concrete. Cribby getting caught out. Smock has to run away.
Oh no, but
Little boy trying to go for something here. Little boy picks off some players
Cripz
here.
Wins that?
Seth June gets in, and Cubit is alone in the back line.
Cubit went too far behind. Like Cubit and their soldiers just kind of baited themselves and just left their team to fight the disadvantaged battle instead of fighting as a team.
If I was like main caller on that team, I'd be saying like ours is worse. We have to get out.
Yeah,
or maybe you just use that time to maybe get some positioning. It was obviously a trap, and now there's 7 seconds left on the clock for ChickenTech to try and retake this.
There was a lot of promise in that, even if it was a trap. They had 2 early picks on their soldiers that they could have just capitalized on. But, Cubit and Little Boy, you can't really control either of them. Nukes especially are really hard to control. Like, you can detonate a nuke miles above ground, and it'll still cause radiation poisoning for years to come.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty decisive first half going to Cripz. Be 2-0.
Oh, wait. Is it 1/2?
Is that that isn't the map, is it?
It shouldn't be. It should go to 4.
There should be a second half. I don't know why we're changing levels, but like while we're taking a break, let me point out our merch store. We have a merch store here at Cast. I believe it's recently linked in the chat, so make sure to go check it out. I have the apology mug if you're debating on what you want to get. Apology mug is very good, and soda tastes very good coming out of it.
It's all of the apology.
Yeah, the entire apology. You were supposed to... Okay, we're going to pull up logs here in a second. We're going to take a look at those for the first half.
So what sticks out to you, my friend?
All right, let's see. Lots of good damage on the side of Cripz. Greco, I am trapped with 318 in damage per minute, and a 4 KD basement. Send help. I Love Men with a 223 DPM. Most of Cripz getting above 300 DPM. With the exception of Axopar is just landing slightly below. Girl Boss with a 414, really high DM, even for a Koth map.
You know what's crazy about this stat is I've seen Crimson Star like on their half of the map, and I've seen them just walk at the entire enemy team, and they are number 3 on their team for damage taken per minute. That's actually crazy.
Crimson Star. Sorry, did they go?
Oh no, I'm sorry. The one and only Girl Boss. I'm sorry.
Oh, Girl Boss. Okay.
Yeah, they've just walked like into their entire enemy team unseen. I'm kind of wonder if they're a spy main at heart and they're just like launching pipes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I feel like maybe Smock is a little bit too dedicated to Cribby on Scout here. It's good to give your Pocket Scout lots of heals, but sometimes you need to just let them go and heal someone else. Or if they separate from you, you just have to let them die. Looks like we are still paused for the second half here. They got the second half config set up. We are still on Bagel with if you're just tuning in, Cripz taking the first half very decisively. So yeah, like.
Oh, it looks like.
Have you ever used a pickaxe before?
Actually, I can't say I have.
That's the problem with this generation C is they don't really use pickaxes as much as they should. They're a very efficient tool for escaping like confined spaces and maybe getting into confined spaces. Okay,
I'm gonna go check if Red Team's demo is a ringer. Actually, no, it's not Red Team. Blue Team's demo is a ringer because Tenon is on their roster. That's Crimson Star. That is the Crimson Star. Yeah, both demos are mains on their respective teams. So yeah, Crimson Star's just owning. Anyway.
So what kind of changes would you suggest to maybe turn this around for the side of ChickenTech?
Well, firstly, I would suggest Tenon taking a lot less damage. It seems like for someone taking 27% heals, they're just walking forward way too much when the entire team is looking at them, and that's kind of what's causing their inability to do anything.
Sorry to cut you off there, but it looks like we are going to the second half right here.
All right, Tenon, let's see these adjustments. I'm going to be on the Tenon cam for this mid and see if anything changes. Ooh. And to start it off...
especially at the beginning of the mids here, you kind of want to mind your space and not overextend too much. Just because the point's like still locked off. There's not too much reason to go for it, but Little Boy is already in and getting some big damage.
Oh, speaking of, Cripz just instantly feeds 3, and Tenon comes on top of that initial demo duel.
Very good double bomb there from ChickenTech is going to secure them this first mid. Both meds survived, so it is going to stay even Ubers as Cripz is going to try and retake here.
Well, they need to be mindful of holding in a tight space because they have no soldiers to help them right now. Just have your scouts play on height.
Both those soldiers are still rolling out, so Cripz needs to get in now while they still have that control. And that looks like that's exactly what they're going to do.
But Little Boy wastes so much health on rolling out.
Looks like they're going to try and take a solo exchange on the scout, but the scout overextends and gets dropped. Demo's going to try and get in this.
Love wasn't enough. And Tenon comes back in. They want to really take this face off again.
Yeah.
It's a rematch. Oh, and
Greco is just going to decide to get his med out, and not Seth June comes in, and Seth June is going to... Raccoon picks up the pack. There's a 1v1 going on in the lobby, and Raccoon wins it!
On top. Meds are better. It's just fact. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the crossbow is overpowered, honestly. What a play from Raccoon there, just making sure to hold on to these even Ubers here, and now it's going to give them another shot to get in there. Looks like they're setting up for a bust on the left side here, but it's going to be tough. Everyone's there waiting for them.
Oh, but this forward hold's a bit feeble since Qubit is under full HP. This late into the forward hold. Let's get fully buffed and just rotate to main here, my friend.
It looks like they're going to bust through main right now. This is a 4-man. This is a 4-man.
Oh, and the soldier dies, and this leaves the medic in a kind of a vulnerable spot.
Was that not a 4-man? The demo just jumped in all the way behind.
No. The demo and soldier came in and baited their entire, and the scouts kind of just baited.
Oh, but it looks like they got the force anyway, so maybe it was a 4-man.
It was just kind of an off-sync to 4-man, but I think it felt like an anti-strat. You're expecting the 4-man. What you aren't expecting is 2 people bombing behind and then 2 people coming in waves while the other guys are being looked at. That's innovation. I appreciate that. Sometimes
that's why Scringus Cast only streams like Newcomer games, is we look for these innovations. But it looks like Seth June is going to hang out in righty and hopefully get a pick or something. I don't think they know he's there. The soldier's going to pop in, and he's going to get jumped on.
Oh, but there's another soldier, Seth June, coming on top of that duel, and they get out with 19 HP. I Love Men dies for now, and takes a 1v1 with Axopars, who's not looking at the low health scout. And it's another fight coming out for Chicken.
Raccoon still has Uber here, but his whole team is dead. He just needs to get out. He gets forced.
Oh, Greco can't extend with this.
Greco, you can't extend. You can get out. Get out. It's not worth it, Greco.
But
Greco goes in on Smart.
Brave gaming. It's brave gaming.
Never mind.
Greco's on the best class in the game. There's no way they can lose against a demo man on the
And they get the point.
Oh, man.
Raccoon will not die.
But Cubit dies, and now finally Spock popping the
Greco is
Uber.
dancing around in their concrete, and they're going to get forced on the point. Tenon is going to jump in and is not going to find anything here.
Raccoon
but he does.
Surf into, and gets
Raccoon is ready to get his third kill today. No, he doesn't get it. Raccoon finally going down.
So huge.
Tenon is huge right now. And he's going to get the pack. Axel Pars doesn't know.
Axel Pars getting caught with their pants down.
Tenon is on a run right now. Finally extinguished by the 2 scouts there, but Tenon quite the run there. And it looks like Smock is going to get 20 ad here for the retake.
Looks like Tenon.
Looks like Cripz isn't even here, and they're just going to get the point for free. Greco's going to try and stop it.
Cripz not being here. Looks like one of them is here, and their flank's starting to push left. It's a full sandwich from the right side if they can come in time.
Greco completes the trade there on the right side. Greco's going to run in. He's looking for something.
It's a huge flank.
Greco's committing in, and he has to pull out immediately.
Yeah, Cripz has really bad HP right now. They need to get all healed up.
They get a couple picks here. Yep, and Smock goes down. Tenon goes down, and it's just Cribby versus the world, and Cribby goes down, with Cubit being a spawner there at the very end of that fight.
It's okay, you know, they have a whole minute advantage.
Yeah, a whole minute advantage. You could 4-man right now, and that would be a good play. In fact, that's what I'd probably do. Full disad. You just got to get that Uber out of the way so you have a chance to retake this. Despite what the clock looks like right now, things are about even. This could go either way. Cubit going to jump in, get a rocket off on the demo, but die. Tenon's going to poke in, and he's going to get spammed out.
Student wants to still keep committing. Looks like.
Well, you got to take this 3 very soon. They're not going to take it. They don't have time anymore. They're just going to do an even push here.
It seems
Smock is still all the way back at spawn building with Cribby right now.
Little boy really wants these teams.
But it's very important for ChickenTech to not lose any players right now. They need them for this push coming up.
This is very almost unfortunate for Little Boy just now.
As long as he doesn't die, they still have a chance. They just got to get healthy and make this push happen very soon. The more they wait, the better it is for Cripz.
Chicken's just always been struggling with busting out these
you have to take this exchange here. Tenon going down.
This is terrible.
Not good for ChickenTech
right now.
Raccoon pops second. The Uber is better for Cripz right now, and they are taking advantage. I Love Men going all the way in, finding that pick. Smock cut out alone. Tenon getting caught on the rollout. I Love Men on a 10 kill streak right now.
Love wins, it looks like, at the end of the day.
Yeah. Wow. A very impressive comeback there.
Well, they made a good adjustment on their demo, man. But it looks like the other adjustment they need to make is busting out of these forward holds.
Like I said, for ChickenTech, if they got that 4-man out while they still had time on the clock, they could have done a full. They had the possibility of a full ad push there, but they kept it even.
Even when it was even, they could have at least busted out. You know, they're just not decisive.
Just take that exchange. Do something. You can't let the clock burn.
Exactly. Esog going down very hard, and Greco coming in to help on the left side. Cubit might go down here, hoping for a scout to trade, but scout runs out of ammo. This might not come out on top for the red team, but the demo goes down for Cripz, and they can slowly retake this point if they can get the soldier off the left side.
Oh wait, Smock just died to the crossbow from Raccoon.
Oh, it's huge overwhelm on the left side.
Raccoon's getting a lot of kills today. Maybe maybe his calling isn't medic. You know, he's been getting a lot of frags today.
Maybe that's precisely why he's calling us medic. An absolute beast with this crossbow and staying alive in these situations, coming at the left side alone. Now Smock up completely full disad, and they're completely 3 down. It's going to be burning a couple more seconds before the 4-man inevitably happens.
Raccoon is doing a lot for his team today.
Exactly.
Cribby is getting caught out against the soldier.
Oh, they push right again, and Cribby just falls directly into the trap.
I Love Men running in, sees 3 players, and leaves. He just nopes right out of that situation right there.
And just get punished. Just get a rebuff. And
ChickenTech has to bust out of this. They're losing too much time.
All right, 4-man main.
either way, make the decision. But it looks like they're playing for a 4-man with Smock playing inside of spawn.
Has a habit of losing HP before anything happens. They just keep peeking too deeply without committing anything, and they're just gonna let this even out.
Oh, he gets the drop.
Tenon going heavy, going completely god mode here, going absolute hero. But unfortunately, ChickenTech still is against.
Greco is going to look for some hero play here, maybe. No, he's going to draw it in for Axelpars here. Axelpars pops out a little bit too soon. Cribby caught in, but does get the pick.
Bust out of this forward hold. They're still doing a ghetto forward hold.
Just go. They're down players. You have full ad. What's the worst that can happen? This is the worst that can happen. The soldier goes in and gets the force.
Oh, they might not even get cap time off of this if their demo manages to stay alive, but Star finally goes down, and that's finally.
Well, they did that fast. They did that fast enough that they actually kept things pretty even here as they transitioned to forward hold.
They figured out how to bust out of the forward hold at least one way, is drop the medic, and then one by one.
Tenon is on a roll today.
Tenon's going a little bit too hard in terms of these adjustments, but that's what we love to see at Scringus Cast.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Now, Cripz has a little bit of an advantage here. They could use that to try and bust. But if you're at a little bit of disadvantage, you can forward hold. But Smock needs to be looking for a way to escape, especially right now with the team coming in, and they might use to bust through here.
Needs to have that double span on right door, otherwise this is going to happen.
Here the use comes out. Smock only at 80% and goes down.
Live here. Oh dear. But they might the huge collapse coming on this Uber. But the nuke is alone, and the Qubit dies. The nuke comes in alone as well. If this was a double bomb, this might have actually worked.
Wait, did Raccoon pick up the medigun? He's already has another Uber ready to go.
Yeah. This is actually his calling right there. You saw that.
The Raccoon is incredibly good at this.
And look how caught. They did not expect this medgun pickup whatsoever.
I wouldn't have expected that either. Oh my god.
Oh, they're chasing. They're greedy, but it looks like the rest of the team does not want to comply. It's understandable. Half of their team is underneath 100 HP. And
Raccoon is exceptional at medic here.
Just knows his class to a T. It's very rare that you see newcomer medics just absolutely playing out of their minds the way Raccoon is. Even amateur medics or IM ones, like this is straight, innovation material coming out of Raccoon right here.
Yeah. He'll do very well in the division, in the upper divisions if he plans to keep playing.
But this is how you should be doing these forward holds. You have your heals maintained on the side that they're players looking to push, and keep your soldiers spamming these guys. And that's exactly what's happening.
Oh, there's a little bit of disad. Raccoon gets caught out. I don't think they realized it was a little bit of disad there.
Punished by 15 disad. It's understandable in Newcomer.
We're going to overtime. Smock is going to get cleaned up by Esog.
Coming with a huge flank. Oh, and not even that. Isog lives, and the Devil Scout comes in to support them. Cribby tries to get this 2K on the left side, gets one, and the other one successfully gets out on the right and takes Little Boy with him.
Cripz is going to flood back in here with heal advantage.
Smock.
But ChickenTech can't afford to give this up. It's overtime.
They need to live, and they need to be healthy, but Tenon
they can't afford. They can't afford to live, Pat. They got to get on that point.
This is terrible timing right now.
And first map goes to Cripz.
Congratulations.
4-0.
The first half may have been a wash, but you definitely saw some life coming from the ChickenTech in the second half.
We're gonna have logs put up in a second here, but even though they lost some very impressive gameplay from Tenon especially. Tenon just doing work.
Tenon went hero mode that second half. I'm wondering what mental adjustments happened there.
Yeah, what I want to see is how many picks Raccoon managed to get. Looks like just 2.
Doubled their DPM from the first half, I have to say. Firstly, they took about the same amount of damage, but this time they actually made it into something productive.
Yeah. Tenon was on a roll for that second half there. Just wasn't quite enough.
As a matter of fact, looks like Tenon was putting a Star in a box. Their demo man, it looks like they just swapped stats.
Wow, you're right. It was just...
They're just winning out those duels and shutting out the demo man aggression. I mean, they figured, the best performer on their team must be shut down. But unfortunately, that just gave room for I Love Men to do a lot of things themselves, as well as Esau. Yeah. That homosexual chemistry is really coming out tonight. Of the basement.
For sure. What, basement?
Closet. I mean, sorry, that was a
closet. Okay. Okay. Let's see. We're moving on to Gully Wash next. But so we're moving on to a 5 CP from McCloth. So I'm interested to see how these teams play it out. But yeah, I would say ChickenTech needs a little bit more practice working on those forward holds, and like you were talking about, not taking as much damage before maybe you're busting or 4-man, because soldiers take a long time to heal, and if you get those crit heals before your bust, you could have a whole 300 health to jump out, and you're very hard to kill. And even if they do kill you, that's more time for your team to get in. Yeah, we're going to be going to Gully Wash in a few minutes here. Cripz taking the first map, Bagel,
It's a bit different.
4-0 sweep.
Right. I mean, like I said, the adjustments definitely showed signs of life in the second half for the ChickenTech. You can probably see a closer match here since, it's not like King of the Hill where every single second matters and every second of indecision makes you lose the game more and more, right? So you can potentially think through stalemates a bit harder.
Sometimes on cloth, a fast wrong decision is better than a slow right one.
That's correct. But in 5 CP, the opposite may be true. Sometimes you just want to take your time pushing out of last, especially in Gully Wash.
Yeah.
How many times have you been back capped on Gully Wash?
Gully, you need to be super careful because for people who don't know, mids and seconds cap at the same speed, meaning back cap potentials is possible to back cap.
Either way, right.
Yeah. So you got to be, there's tons of hiding spots everywhere. You got to clear them all.
Looks like we have everybody on the same team, so they're just having a fun little party.
Yeah. And maybe talking to each other in voice chat there. Looks like they might have to do a melee duel here to decide who gets blue team.
This is Counter-Strike style, Looks like it does look like everybody's trying to bully each other off of blue, and so far no one has broken yet. Tenant's sitting there in spec trying to have the last word, and there's still another one missing.
So if you were main calling for ChickenTech right now, what would you be trying to accomplish with this first mid? What ideas might you have to try and break out of this rut?
Well, a good standard is to first just get my soldiers healthy and have them just challenge whatever is on the low ground with one scout, have another scout play upper, and have our demo man just get some good spam across. And, once everybody's ready, someone calls to walk forward and everybody just collapses on their side. That's a good standard mid. And then there's another mid I like to do sometimes where I like to go up their side, just bomb both our soldiers over the right walk and land on their elbow and big board.
What I like to do is hide like the gaping hole in the wall with a poster so my captor doesn't know that I'm about to escape. But for mids, I like to go their side first, just as more of an intimidation tactic than anything else to show that I am willing to go their side.
You want to split up Brave Gaming's on the menu.
Yes, exactly. Brave Gaming is on the menu. I am not afraid to do this. Of course, I don't do that every time, but I like to do that the first time just to make the demo man, maybe the enemy demo, doubt if they should roll out fast or not.
That's always good. Just early pressure on the demo man and whatever's underneath is always...
Yeah, no matter what, you want to pressure the demo, but using that first mid to just set a precedent.
Oh yeah, you want to fast bomb a soldier into their choke, or feed a scout through bats and just make them unable to play the game for the first mid.
Yeah, exactly. So if I was on the side of ChickenTech right now, I'd be thinking about pushing up, their side just to try and scare the demo a little bit, or maybe even the mid. But this is a bit of a mid to last map with if you win the mid, usually you get second and sometimes last off of it. So you have to be very careful with these mid fights. Just try to stay alive as long as possible.
Right. The distance from mid to last is very, very small. You just kind of walk off of mid and just go through the strutter and lower door and boom, you're there. You know what I mean?
But for especially in the newcomer divisions, there's just a few basic things that you would need to do to have a higher probability of winning mids. One of those things is your scout needs to be watching your own drop down to see if any soldiers walk in, so he can tell your soldier you need to cover this. Because if an enemy soldier gets through your drop down unspotted, that is a disaster for the mid, and that just ends the whole thing right there. So so the scout and the pocket soldier need to coordinate and make sure that that drop down is locked off only when it's needed to be locked off.
Just having any presence lower.
All right, I haven't checked the chat in a while here. Yes, we do love men here at Skringus Cast Fork Tales. Okay, so it looks like we're going into the first mid here.
I'm gonna be on the Tenon camp for this one. Let's just see what happens from his perspective.
Yeah, let's watch Tenon on this first mid right here. Gonna go to his own side.
Oh, they're electing to go for a fast left side mid, immediately getting pressured by I Love Men. I'm sorry, you're gonna probably.
He gets it! But Esog is gonna come in for the cleanup, and he does get it, but Esog also goes down.
Oh, Tenon could have lived there if they didn't just readjust for the bow there, but
Man,
it's okay.
You know what? Artillery fire like that reminds me of World of Warships, our sponsor for today.
Dodging. Anyway, World of Warships. Yeah, let's go. World of Warships.
Woo!
Wow, sweet.
No, download today using our link. I believe it was !WOWS, WOWS. Just try to type that in the chat right now. It looks like Cripz is going to push into second here. Cribby trying to push him back a little bit.
He's trying to be the soldier in this situation, using the scout class.
I don't like this positioning for ChickenTech. Esog is going to come in here, and it's going to be fat.
It's huge. Esog already gets one too, and Cribby dies. The supposed pocket scout in this situation.
Cripz might have 2 picks here.
Smock is not getting out of this.
Esog cleans it up.
Oh, this is unfortunate.
This is the round right there. Cribby's gonna spawn, but he's gonna spawn to a 1v4.
You know, sometimes sometimes taking it slow and methodical is rewarded in 5CP, but in this situation is not. You saw how they stayed in with 3 players the entire time on mid. And
I think
slowly got pushed back, no soldiers.
Yeah, but on second there, I think that would have been really good for ChickenTech if they were standing on bats and not on shutter.
Right. See, Cribby just thought they were a soldier and thought they could shut down choke against 4 people, and that's just not.
If Cribby was a soldier there, that would have been fat. But
that's true.
You're a scout. Esog gonna go into drop down again.
Oh yes.
Esog unspotted here. Tenon
knows, and Esog goes down. This drop down tech is not working so well so far. But the
all soldiers dead right now.
All soldiers out of the battle, and they're trying to recharge their HP. ChickenTech slowly taking their side, but the stealth cap happens, and Cripz has the option of just flooding the scout on the left side, maybe going big door.
What a stealth cap there. I wasn't even watching that. Tenon's going to get caught in, and he's going to go down to I Love Men there.
Sometimes, you forget that there's a cap that you can stand on these mid-fights.
Smock gets forced.
Absolutely caught out, and the plan is...
Actually, I can't tell if that was an exchange or a force. That was very early, but Raccoon is going to have full ad now for the second push.
Because Smock was not looking when they used.
Yeah, they were getting bombed, but they hadn't taken any damage yet, so it was surprising to see the use that early.
Called to use there, and they did.
All right, ChickenTech, it's full disad. You need to get off classes going here by that time that you need. There are so many off classes. There's so many off classes on Gully Wash that work so well. There's Pyro, there's NG, there's Heavy, which they're using right now.
It's a bit too late for the Agnes right now, but looks like Cripz is taking their sweet time pouring into River. While
Cripz playing very standard there. Right before this push that you see right now, they had Greco spot in just to make sure there wasn't a gun, but it looks like Girl Boss just wiping out everyone.
Right. And you saw those soldiers both playing in lobby, just making sure no one wraps behind, shutting down the little boy.
The difference there was you saw Greco was poking in from window there just to make sure that nothing funny is going on. There's no Pyro or NG or anything like that, and they knew exactly what to do, and Girl Boss was able to capitalize.
Exactly.
So let's take a look at Esog here. This is going to be the third mid here. We're going to see if he goes drop down again. Looks like he's going to do just that.
One and only tech. And he's gonna Tenon is prepared, and Esog just goes down instantly.
Tenon knows. He knows.
Oh, but Tenon goes down to the second soldier going towards their choke. And
Little boy is going to get caught.
They need
Cribby is just going to stay there. Smock needs to run.
Oh, Smock is not.
Cribby was buying you time. You just needed to run. Scouts are going to chase him down. Soldier's going to finish the cap.
Indecision just being punished right there. And that's another full ad push coming out. Their scouts need to come up off classes ASAP. They have time.
They're already on last. This is not good for Cripz.
Oh, but it's Cripz is just going to die, unfortunately.
Raccoon has to get out. Raccoon has to get out. You have time.
Oh,
Did they pick the med again?
They did not pick the med.
Oh. Esog getting a little bit of cap time.
Oh, but there's a lot of simplification on the board. This end game is happening right now. It's a 3v4 with full Uber Desad, and they can just lock their soldier behind and cap the point for free. And they're going to do just like that.
Do you play chess, Pat?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What's your ELO?
Sometimes you can do that, though. When you just limit the number of players so much that you have full control of what the enemy team does. You can just take an exchange and go straight underneath the point. And that's what they did.
My co-caster Pat using chess terminology over here.
In that particular situation, they had full bread, which made things even more advantageous.
But you just simplify it, then you can just go for picks on that Uber.
Exactly. And we see it again.
Yeah, we're gonna have logs up here, and oh my god!
This is just ridiculous. How often do you see a 400 DPM scout and goalie wash? Two of them.
Nearly 500 for girl boss there.
There's a lot of damage to go around here. Almost, Cripz almost doubling the damage putting up by chickens and almost tripling the number of kills. We can clear.
With less than 5 minutes to get 3 rounds.
This is in any percent right here. But you know what was really helping that was the stealth cap on mid. Remember, you notice how the moment they got to mid, right? They just instantly starts capping the point and just take high ground. And there's absolutely nothing that chickens can do about it because they're just sitting in elbow, just waiting for bows that don't come because they're just going to die. Tenant's taking a lot of damage in these situations, even though there's a lot of times when they could have just been leaving. So the indecision is really costing them here. You can see it here. Like if you stay in for too long, you take more damage, makes it harder to heal you, and you die, and like at a worse time than you would if you just committed, right?
But getting defeated this hard does not help with that indecision. I would know, like, the more you lose, the more decision fatigue you get.
Correct, right? You lose confidence in your calls, essentially, right? You're like, oh man, these players are just smarter than we are. These players are better. Or I'm just leading our team to our deaths here. But hey, we saw signs of life from them on Bagel. We can surely see some adjustments happen on Goalie Wash.
There is a better ending here for the most handsome team in Newcomer.
All right, handsome fellas. Show them why you're the most handsome team.
Yeah. ChickenTech, you are very handsome, and it's not over yet. But yeah, that was over in 5 minutes. It was a total roll. You just got to find out what's going on and snuff it out as quickly as possible.
Oh, they do a good job of shutting out ESOG, but it looks like they're dedicating too many resources to shutting out ESOG, such that those resources are just dying to the other players on their team.
Yeah, exactly. ESOG may not be getting picks, but he is drawing a lot of attention, and getting a single rocket off on the demo is good enough.
And in that particular situation, having 5 players bunched up and choked to kill ESOG, even if he gets 0 damage off, that's just, first of all, it buys your team time to cap, right? And gives your team the high ground. And secondly, it's just free choke damage. Spam their choke, spam their elbow. You can see it in the DTMs. Oh my goodness, you see the damage taken per minute for all of these players on ChickenTech? It's all higher than those of Cripz.
Oh my lord. Greco's taking nothing.
Correct.
Greco, actually, I didn't see this. Greco did 379 damage, but took 72 per minute. This man was never shot.
There's no time to shoot them. The entire red team's just sitting in chokes, not looking at anything and dying because they're too busy denying 2 players.
He is the flank scout. He was probably just sitting on caps the whole time. But still, 379, he wasn't not in the action.
Well, they were on the point, and we did see that. They just didn't get shot at because, like I said, ChickenTech was too busy sitting in choke.
So there's just some basic positioning things you have to account for here. And if you lose the mid, I was talking about mid to last, but you can, if you retreat at the proper time, you can hold second. But if you go all in on mid, then you are giving them your last if you lose.
Well, if you go all in on mid fast enough, you can get set up on last so that they can beef their last push.
Yes, but
But you have to go quick. You have to
you
die
gotta
quickly.
you have to figure something out. You gotta get a level 2 up. You gotta get a pyro position forward with your med tanking them, just all that stuff.
Right.
But we're moving into second half here.
The
I do
theme here
not
is
know
trust.
if this is the right config, but
It's okay. I'm on the Esau
we'll
cam
see.
here.
yeah, we're gonna check out Esog here again, see if he's just gonna get that. He may die, but like you said, he's drawing so many eyes that it doesn't matter.
The theme here is trust, right? Red needs to
Oh,
learn to
he's
trust
doing
the
it
teammate.
again. Tenon, no,
He's going
no,
again.
no, he doesn't know.
Tenon does not know this. It does not matter. Tenon just gets run at by a scout. They need to adjust for that aggression here. And it's okay though, because they commit ASAP and die.
Honest to God, if I was Tenon and I knew that Esog was coming up there the entire time, I would roll out to choke, put 4 traps on it, and just wait.
Or alternatively, you can roll out and have your team shut out the entirety of your side of the map. And I think that's kind of the ongoing theme here is like trust here, right? Like no one on this team is trusting each other to do their roles. And as a result, everybody is trying to do everything. And
Did they even
nothing
see
is
that soldier
done
go
well.
into water there? Sorry to.
They did. I believe Tenon has spotted it. And
Oh yeah,
Little
yes,
Boy's
of course.
contesting.
Okay. Okay.
But it may not. But this soldier being dragged off of the top ring. Oh, actually, there's another soldier here. But there's no soldier shutting down the Shutter main area. So this.
Oh,
this
Esog
fight needs
dies
space.
to a
Esog
trap
does go
on
down.
Shutter.
And this is good because they died fast on mid, which gives them time to set up on last and potentially make their team beef. This scout goes in a little bit too deep. I love men. He's going huge right now on this top left. Will they get shot at? Will they get shot at? And there's also a soldier underneath. They have to collapse on the point.
Oh,
Axel
everyone's
Parr's
on the point. This isn't good. Axel Parr's getting so much damage.
That could have actually been
But Chicken
5
Tech
kills.
finally held the last there. This is so good for them. Are they
know
on?
what?
I'm sorry. Are
They're-
they on crits? I did not see that.
They
Smock
are
bringing
indeed
out
on
the
crits.
crits creek. But they're going through main. They didn't see
They
it.
need to go. Did they
Tenon,
not
go back.
notice the guy
Tenon,
going
go
late?
back. Go back.
Oh, this is actually very big right now because Smock goes down and it just completely salvaged the situation of the beef to Uber on last. Smock should probably come up on Metagun now. Scout's going on right
You
side.
don't. I'm
They're
sorry.
trying to
You
work
don't.
together, wrong
You
eyes.
don't come up crits on last. That's just generally not a good idea.
Well,
Even the surprise factor. If you don't get that 3 or 4K, then it's all for naught, and you just lose.
it's a very risky thing to do. It's not really a thing to default to for sure.
I don't think Chicken Tech's gonna be able to push out of that after that.
It's
that
not the
little push there.
intention. It should be even Ubers and even
just-
numbers. There's
You just got to
nothing
make
push
sure
off on.
build. Don't yet build checked. Get those off classes. But hang on, we're gonna go on Greco's cam here. He's spy hiding out in secret right now. Looks like he might be going for something here. I don't know what he's thinking.
Oh, they're
It's
going
gonna
for
be
information, calling where the gun is, and then calling that the NG's on the left side, calling that little boy's hurt on the left side, and they're just potential spam opportunities. I Love Men's going to come right side and try to draw
I
eyes
think
into River.
I think Greco's gonna go for the just like sneaky cap there, maybe for a sack or
Take some
something.
cap time or something like that. Shoot the soldier on the ring a couple of times, maybe and cloak back up. And
Yep, Axel Pars just went into water.
or they're
Greco-
going for the med pick.
No,
They're gonna
I
send the
think he's
barrel
going
back.
for the med. No, what? Greco is, they're
Greco's
just gonna
playing
let.
support.
I
Just
guess
want-
he's playing insurance. No, he's coming out. No,
Yeah.
he's gonna get into this fight.
Oh, but
And
what?
Smock
what cost,
finally
dude?
uses.
Greco does not
Don't get
shot
off the
at.
point. Don't get off the point.
There was absolutely nothing done with that Uber. The least you could have done is buy time for your team to spawn.
That
But,
would
you
have
know.
been pretty good for Chicken Tech. They got the use off very late. Which
Really, yeah,
maybe you don't want to drop that many players, but at least you have time for your spawners.
that's true. I think just just need to take it more level-headed approach to this game.
I'm gonna have my eyes on Cripz' other soldier here, Axel Pars, for this mid.
Oh, there's a pause happening.
Yeah,
right
that
now.
looks
It's
like we got a little bit of a pause. Yeah. But while we're
Nice.
paused, why don't we talk about our sponsor today, World of Warships?
Yeah, World of Warships.
I'm very interested to check out this game later. To see.
Ooh.
I think this is actually my kind of game. More than 500 historical ships available to play, spread across 11 different nations. But it looks like we're unpausing here. Keep your eyes on
Oh.
Axel Pars. Axel
Yo.
Pars going in, getting a bomb.
it's in alone completely, and both soldiers just instantly die. There's just no reason for them to fight
Oh,
this.
Tenon is gonna get caught by Esog in
Commit to
the
leaving.
back
Commit to
lines.
leaving. Commit to leaving. Oh,
Tenon
Tenon got
hit the
caught on the
pipe.
wall. If they got surfed over to second, they would have lived. Axopar is still at large, but has been spotted and goes down. But this demo pick is so huge because this means that they cannot hold second.
Oh, for sure. They just need to back off to last, get those off
And commit
classes
to
going.
leaving. These soldiers are very desynchronized with their bombs. They need to have some sort of.
They do have even Ubers though, so there is a chance to a very good chance to hold this.
Oh, I'm going to get on the Force of Nature cam, as a matter of fact.
Ooh. Yeah, let's get on the Force of Nature cam here. Ought to be interesting. Again, we have Greco coming up spy and just getting that information right there. Yeah, now I'm on the Greco cam. It looks like he's going to go for the stab here, maybe.
Oh no, but they want to have the ultimate distraction of using. They want to exchange.
Yep, here it
and
is.
Have the Greco get space with the exchange.
No,
so what
no,
they want to do?
Greco is biding his time. Seth June on sniper. Here comes the. He gets the
drops the
stab.
medic. And then the Uber comes flooding through
And
Shutter. Axopar's taunts a little bit too prematurely, but it doesn't matter.
I believe that is second map to Cripz, and that is GG. The second round of playoffs going to Cripz. ChickenTech has been knocked out. We're going to have logs up in a second here, but
Good game.
that's an incredibly decisive game for on Gully there. Very fast. It looks like ChickenTech was able to patch some things up, but just not enough to turn things around. We're going to have okay, we're going to have logs up on the screen now, and
Well,
let's take a little look-see here.
ChickenTech had learned a lot of things, it looks like, over the course of this playoffs match. And even if they do not win any maps tonight, they have a lot of lessons that they can take into next season, potentially.
Yeah, of course. Of course, I'm excited to see how they do in the next round. Anything else you noticed? Pat? Like,
Honestly, there isn't really much else to notice here. I'm just noticing the
oh my
grading
God,
of a
I think I
pickaxe
see light.
on the
I
wall.
think I see light.
Oh, thank goodness. Wait a second. Where are you right now? On the night of the 13th.
I'm just look, I need you to pick me up somewhere, okay? I'm about to escape.
Well, good luck with that. I'm just going to celebrate these logs put up by the one and only girl boss. They have 450 DPM, very much out damaging the entirety of the server. But we also have I Love Men and Greco closely following behind.
Oh shit! Someone's opening the door.
All right, good luck. Well, this is definitely what I call a total team diff. Fortunately, this time around, though, we saw some more action coming out. Coming out from Tenon throughout this entire map, but it just was not enough.
Okay, Pat, I'm gonna make a run.
Well, other than that, it's a pretty good lesson learned tonight is that
I'm uncanny. Everything's perfectly fine. Do not investigate this. Yeah. Well, you've been listening to Scringus Cast. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am definitely uncanny.
You sound like uncanny.
Yeah, for sure. And joined by my co-caster, Potato Pat, best buds. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you for round 3 next week.
GG to Cripz, and good luck on the rest of playoffs. And Canny and Robot on getting their dreams achieved.
Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. Tired of living like a blind man. I'm sick aside without a sense of feeling. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken. Forehanding you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong, I've been down, been to the bottom of every bottle. These five words in my head scream out, we haven't fun yet. Yeah, 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 no, no. Yeah, 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 no, no. It's not like you didn't know that. I said I love you and I swear I still do. It must have been so bad, 'cause living with me must have damn near killed you. And this is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken. Forehanding you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong, I've been down, been to the bottom of every bottle. These five words in my head scream out, we haven't fun yet. Yeah, 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 no, no. Yeah, 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 no, no. Yeah, 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 no, no. Yeah, 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 Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. And this is how you remind me. This is how